Good afternoon, June the 28th, 2016. Time to wrap it up for the day. Um, the Fed's just not going to let this market sell. It was just plain and simple. Draghi came out, and he's a master at this, overnight saying that coordinated intervention by central banks to provide stability um, was on the way, should be considered. And markets rally off of that. It's a formula that's worked since March of 2009. You buy the dips, no matter what the fundamentals say. I mean, this market, by any historical measure, is overpriced. The economic conditions underneath are pretty weak, yet the market won't sell. And there's reason for that, central bank intervention. So we had basically a 9 to 14 sell this morning starting out. First trade that set up really, really well with our early numbers was right there. That was a nice little trade before the market opened. We were hoping to buy 2000 area, 2001 or better. Did not get close to it. I mean, it took 8s and 9s to get in. So the first trade that set up for us nicely was this retest failure, followed by a monkey trade, followed by another monkey trade. Nice retest failure off the top, then several monkey trades all the way down. A monkey trade right there. Then we go into chop, and they try to break it again, and then right here, this failed auction, followed by a monkey trade, and it's just off to the races. And what's the impetus behind this? Again, it's just the 50-lot trader. They don't allow the market to sell. It's the only bright spot most governments have that they can point to regularly as to why they should be kept in office. Higher low, higher high on the E-mini, saying we can find a place to buy it. Conversely, we can sell failure to take out the overnight session highs too. It's also end of the quarter, end of the half year, and there's not a lot of incentive for large major institutions to be sellers. And I think we'll live with that tomorrow and on Thursday also. So if the market were to close right here, first buy zone would be on the breakout. So we'd be buying the 15 to 17 area. Buy 1. And then buy 2 would be the 8 to 10 area. So basically, trying to buy the 10 to 15 area, give or take. On the sell side, we have this P high here at 28. We have very, very clean break in the market at 30. Then all the way, it jumps all the way up to 35 to 39. So think we're going higher. So for London, selling 29s to 31s, sell 1. And then 39s to 41s, sell 2. Just not a lot of incentive for the big guys to be sellers tomorrow or Thursday. Then you'll have Fridays into a 3-day weekend, and the tendency is always to rally it into a 3-day weekend. So I don't think the selling opportunities come until next week. Just based on what a money manager would like to do to protect his compensation. You have to put these guys control a lot more money and they've got a lot more clout, but they're in the fishbowl. And they figured out a long time ago that the best way to preserve their jobs was not on absolute returns, it was comparing them to other money managers in their category. Okay, treasuries, higher high was generated by this higher low. This one says find a place to buy it. If the E-mini is real strong, I don't think this market will take off to the upside. Kind of stuck in a trading range. Looks like we got a seller above 133.12, and we have a buyer definitely below 133.04, and that's where we find ourselves right now. So 11 to 15, sell 1. A little bit higher, 19s to 23s, sell 2. On the buy side, 1 to 5 and 25 to 29. And we'll adjust these numbers in the morning. I think we're going to go a little bit higher, but not break it out due to stock market strength. Looking at the 30-year. Okay, we've got resistance 12 to 16. So 19 to 23, sell 1. And we'll make it 31 to 03 for sell 2. I don't think we're going to trade up all that much higher. On the buy side, last rotate then stopped at 28. We're at 9. Got all this volume down here at the buck to 04, so 1, 25, 29, buy 1, 17 to 21, buy 2. And if the E-mini is selling, we don't want any part of the short side. Okay, looking at gold. Lower high, lower low. Can be a seller. Got a pretty clean break in the 20 area now. Right up here, that high, that H period low. And now I has busted through it. And the profile's been this way pretty much all day. Pretty strong B, but we haven't broken it. So because it's a B, a little bit lower, let's say 9 to 11 in London by 1. Break that, we'll make it 113 even, 113.02. I think it takes a lot of help from the stock market to get it down that low. On the sell side, 19 to 21 where we were this morning for sell 1, 24, 26, sell 2. Looking at crude, had a very nice comeback. Because we'd rallied into the day session close, we said the trade just because we'd rallied in the day session close was a sell, and that was wrong. That's 2 times we've missed on that trade over the last couple of weeks. We have a pretty good batting average on it, but going into that we said it was going to be a pretty tough call because we've been up and down. Inside day on crude implies trading range. Failure. Failure to take out and hold 48 1/4. I think sets up the next sell. Definitely a move out of the middle, so right up here to this high volume area. So 48 1/4 sell. Have the EIA numbers tomorrow. APIs are out tonight, 48.50 to 75, sell 2. Have not heard back from Rich on his talk yesterday. We'll see if that happens. 47 even, 47 1/4, buy 1. We'll raise our buy by 25 points. It's 46.75, 47 for our buy this morning. 47.75, 48. Worked out pretty darn good. 46 1/4, 46.50. And last but not least, the euro. Higher low, higher high. Can trade from the long side if we don't break support. Pretty decided B right here. So I like the short side better. Duh. No, I sound like a broken record. So 110 even, 110 tens. 1. This morning we had a 15 to 25 sell. Worked out perfectly. 25, 35 sell 2. On the buy side we had a 1075 buy. We're at 96. I think we're going to go a little bit lower, so let's make it 1050, 1060 for buy 1. Then 10 and a quarter for buy 2. And that's it for June the 28th, 2016. I will see you bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening. They say we're not going to make 90 degrees today. Yesterday we weren't supposed to make 90. We ended up 96, 98. So always comes in a little bit higher than they forecast. But if we don't make for 90 degrees, we'll make for a pretty nice evening. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great evening.